Hello, and welcome to another edition of Friday Night Series. And in this series, we're going to learn how to pray. It's the name of this series. I'm your host, the Reverend Doctor. And today I want to do a quick review of what we covered in part one, which is the Daniel's Principles of Prayer. Daniel's Principles of Prayer is very important. No one is ever too busy, too blessed, or too successful to pray. Prayer is the source of our power and protection. Prayer is important in acquiring and sustaining the blessings of God. For prayer to be effective, it must be habitual. Prayer must continue both in troubled times and in times of peace. Every nation needs lots of prayer and prayerful leaders. It is important to pray for long periods of time. It is important to enter your closet for effective prayer. And everyone must develop the ability and the formula for praying 4 times a day. Well, I'm going to talk to you tonight about something about prayer. Why is prayer mysterious? Why is prayer so mysterious? Well, God is mysterious. We don't know anything much about God. So a lot of people that don't understand prayer, they don't understand the mysteries of prayer, they don't pray. I don't know why. There's some things that we just cannot know. God's wisdom is infinite. Man's wisdom is finite. There's a limit to man's wisdom. There's a limit to man's knowledge. There's a limit. And then when man has reached his limit, God takes over now. And so the mystery about prayer is something that we just cannot explain. So I'm going to start tonight with some mysteries of the prayer. Mysteriously, the first one, mysteriously, it seems that God is limited or restricted to do only what we ask. It seems God will not act unless we pray. Now think about it. Before we went into that job, we said a little prayer. We felt confident. Before we do something, we pray to God. Before we eat and stuff like that, we pray to God. But we realize that God will provide exactly what we ask. And something mysterious about that is that He only gives us what we ask. If we don't ask, we don't get it. But if we ask, but then there's something mysterious about that asking. And the story of Abimelech and Abraham. Now Abimelech was king, and Abraham's coming. He looked and he saw his wife. But Abraham, was afraid. He said, "That's my sister," because he afraid he would kill him and take her as his wife. But Abraham said, "That's my sister." And then his wife said, "Well, that's my brother." So Abimelech took her as one of his concubines. Now he had never touched her, but he took her as one of his concubines. Now in his dream, God came to him in a dream and said, "You are a dead man. For the woman that you took, she is a man's wife." Abimelech said, "Wait a minute. God, what did I do? He told me that was his sister." And God said, "That's his wife." Said, "Surely you are a dead man." But then he said, "Restore her to her husband and have him pray for you, and you shall live." Now look what God said. God said, now you restore her, but then you ask him to pray for you so that you may live. And God came to him in a dream. See, God came to him in a dream. Mysteriously, God came to him in a dream. But mysteriously, God is only going to answer what we ask for. And so Abraham prayed to God to save his life. And God didn't do anything until Abraham prayed for them. So see, the mystery around God, around prayer that a lot of people don't understand, and something we just don't understand. Why God only answers what we ask for. And I say sometimes be careful what you ask for, because you just might get it. But you get exactly what you ask for. That's the mystery behind God, that prayer. You get exactly what you ask for. And it's amazing that God, it's not that he's limited, that he can't do anything, but he blesses you exactly for what you asked for. And you don't know why. You can't explain it. You know you called on it. You know before you went into that job, you said that little prayer, and then you went in there, and the decision was already made before you got there. God was already working on your behalf. Because you had prayed and said, Lord, I hope I get this job. And then when they called you in for the interview, you sat outside, you said a little prayer. God gave you exactly what you wanted. Exactly what you asked for. So one of the mysteries of prayer is that God is going to give you exactly what you asked for. Now, it just seems that he's limited and restricted to that, but it's not. God is all-knowing and all-powerful. He's not limited and restricted. It's just that we limit ourselves in what we ask God for. We limit ourselves because we don't know everything about God. We will never know everything about God. That's the mystery of prayer. Remember, we're praying to him in the spiritual, but he answers in the physical. And we don't understand that. We can't understand that. That's God. We cannot understand that. So one of the mysteries of God, one of the mysteries of prayer, is that God answers only what we ask. Well, if you didn't get it, you didn't ask for it. You ask not, you get not, as he said. You didn't ask for it. But then again, be careful what you ask for, because you just might get it. So we see the story here of Abimelech, and God coming to him in a dream. See, God showed to him in a dream. Again, another one of those mysteries about God. He shows up in your dreams. And he told him that you're a dead man. But restore this man's wife and have him pray for you, and you shall live. But if you don't do this, you shall surely die. So what do you think Abimelech did? If you read the story, Abimelech went back to him and said, whoa, man, look what you've done. You've got God mad at me. Pray to him to save my life. He came to me and said, if I don't restore, and if you don't pray for me, I'm a dead man. So what did he do? He prayed. And he got exactly what he asked for. Exactly what he asked for. That's one of the mysteries of prayer, is that we get exactly what we ask for. So be careful what you ask for. You just might get it. You just might get it. That's how our God works. Well, it's been another edition of Friday Night Series, How to Pray. And I always sign off by saying, if you're too busy to pray, you're too busy. I'm the Reverend Doctor. I'll see you on the internet.